The good news is even in some place like Worcester where you can see that snow in the background, even on the parking lot, right on the asphalt, it's still, we've gone over to rain in Worcester. So everybody is improving really dramatically with that regard. But it's still a messy morning because you get the rain coming down, you get the wind that's coming in. It's going to clean up really quickly with drying afternoon time today. Thanksgiving looks great. It's going to be breezy, about 40 degrees in the early morning with a wind chill in the 30s. It'll be 45 to 50 for your Thanksgiving afternoon. And it's a wintry chill on Saturday. I actually think that even though there'll be sunshine, that cold's going to be a little bit stunning on Saturday. I mean, highs probably don't get out of the 30s on Saturday. So you mentioned Storm Ranger. Storm Ranger is out of the Worcester Regional Airport where it's 34 degrees at 1,000 feet in elevation. We're 33 and still been snowing, although mixing with rain now at Concord, New Hampshire. But that's about what's left unless you're watching us from the lakes and mountains and you're still snowing and it's winter driving conditions for you here this morning. It's all raindrops up and down Route 1, Route 95 and 128 coming from the North Shore, running in through Saugus down into Boston. Steadiest of the rain right now is actually right at the Mass-New Hampshire border from Lawrence, running across from Methuen and Pelham into Nashua and Manchester, where you've made that change over to rain now as well. Kind of broken up in Worcester, where Storm Ranger is keeping a watch on things, but 290 is wet this morning. Coming through Shrewsbury, you've got wet roads on all of the interstates. A little bit of a break in the action when you get around Weymouth, and that runs over to Cohasset. But as you get down through Scituate Point southward, you're back into the rain. It is, for the most part, a light rain now. There will be embedded downpours in here, though, over the course of the day for any one of us. And then in northern New England, here's your snow. I mean, you get snow coming down basically from the lakes region to the mountains, running up along and north of the main turnpike when you get up around Augusta. Points north, Portland is over to rain. And it should be, as a southeast wind off a 50-degree Gulf of Maine water right now. The water temperature in the 50s just off of the eastern Mass coastline. And with a southeast wind, yeah, it was destined to be, right? It's bringing in that milder air. This is your current wind gusts. You're gusting to 44 miles per hour at Nantucket right now. Gusts to 30 for a lot of the rest of us. The wind gusts will keep going up. Top gusts so far have been 35 to 45. But take a look at the forecast. Actually, it's kind of impressive to say the least. When you get onto the Cape, you may gust not only over 50, we may briefly in the late morning to midday actually be able to gust over 60. So some isolated outages in southeastern Mass, the Cape, and right along the coastline, gusts will go over 40. That may give you a couple isolated outages as well. In terms of the radar forecast, you can see the rain still coming through 7:30 through 9:30. It's all rain, though, and by 11:45, we are shutting down around Boston, going to just scattered showers, and during the afternoon, that drying wind that I mentioned takes hold. So this evening, if you're going out, I know night before Thanksgiving, a lot of folks like to go out. I can tell you at 5:30, it's going to be 45 to 50. By, let's say, about 11 p.m., you're going to be running about 40 to 45. This brings you to tomorrow. We're talking about road races in the morning. Notice you can find where you're going to be. Your temperatures right around or just over 40 degrees. There'll be a breeze. It'll feel like the 30s. And by the time we get to 10 a.m. for a lot of our football games, you're probably about 45 to 50, and that's where you stay in terms of your forecast for tomorrow afternoon. So additional rain is still between half an inch and an inch more rain to come out of the stuff that comes down this morning. Additional snow up in the mountains. Boy, the higher terrain, you can see the blue and the purple, 6 to 8 inches of snow. That is mostly going to be up in the mountains again. So you look at the extended forecast and we say, all right, we get out through tomorrow. It's very nice for Thanksgiving. Friday's not that bad either, but Saturday, wow, a sharply colder air that comes into play. Sunday, we already are starting to rebound, but some snow and rain showers Sunday night into Monday morning sets us up for what looks like a cool week next week.